Oh God, we've got, it's just gone, it's a scramble in every sense of the match, Wally. This is crazy. We've got Robbie Hart stomping the crap out of Chadwick Jackson. We've got Noah Green, the ESPW Pride Champion, battling out with Elijah Henry, the center of the ring. Oh, dodges that one, bunks him up. Only a two, says referee Tyler Sparks. Gavin McGavin, who's back, he's around here somewhere. Action all over, John.
Action all over. I was going to say, keep the action away from us. That nearly came through this announce table before the show even started, for Christ's sake.
We got a huge action-packed night for you all, and I tell you what, go time's going to be huge. Noah Green with a huge springboard arm drag there. Of course, this match is going to be crazy and fast-paced. Manu Katoa is somewhere here too. There goes Robbie Hart from the gothic beaches of Hellfest. Right here to Willerton Stadium, makes a pin. It is one fall to a finish. Keep that in mind, my friends. These are all people that were left over for the vote of who should be in the coastal title match that we'll see later on tonight.
Left over or looked over?
I'm not going to touch that one, but nonetheless, that shows the depth of the roster here at Explosive Pro Wrestling in Perth, Western Australia, Wally.
Yeah, I mean, huge names in the ring. Robbie Hart, one of the greatest in all of Australian wrestling. Noah Green on an absolute tear at the moment.
He's got himself a championship.
Robbie Hart climbing the ropes. Vintage Robbie Hart here. Athleticism to the max. Knee to the back of the head of Green. Goes for the pin. But of course, six-man scramble. You've got to be quicker than that. And Gavin McGavin quickly rolls in and gives Robbie Hart a kick to the back of the head for good measure.
Of course, these two competitors in the ring right now, Robbie Hart and Gavin McGavin, the most experienced of the others. We've got a lot of great depth of young, exciting competitors that are just chomping at the bit to get involved on our main shows and our main title pitches. And you know it's been a long time since Gavin McGavin's been back in EPW. He's going to want a piece of that action too. But with Robbie Hart's involved, it's not going to be easy for anyone. Snap suplex.
Beautiful suplex. I mean, we know ReAwakening's where feuds and the big feuds in professional wrestling and at ReAwakening. Retirement's happening at ReAwakening tonight, but now is the time for the future to rise up. And one of these six men, this is their time to shine as Manu steps in. Nice stiff kick to the gut with those sweet bare feet.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen that move from Gavin McGavin. Manu Kaitoa, though, wasn't around when we last saw Gavin McGavin, and Manu has a huge future ahead of him. This guy's an absolute beast, as we're seeing right now, the pop-up Samoan drop.
Talk about Gavin McGavin's 300 matches. Manu has already had 20 matches this year alone. He'll be catching up that 300 in no time.
There is a hungry bunch of young, exciting athletes. Oh, speaking of Elijah Henry, he gives no damns about anyone. Oh, but he's got to respect the laws of gravity. Jeez. Oh, Chadwick Jackson. You'll notice that Chadwick Jackson, when he made his entrance to Go Time, he had "Thank You, Father Jacobs" on the back of his old shirt when he was part of the faithful followers.
A lovely touch there. Jeez.
It's going to be emotional tonight, my friend.
I thought Elijah Henry was going to go choppy in those fans up there. Iron Toe style.
Oh,
speaking of choppy, Jesus, huge shot there. Boys trading headbutts back and forth. Stiff shots from Manu.
And Chadwick Jackson, of course, he was part of the Invitational Tournament. This year we'll see the final at ReAwakening 23 with the big straight kicks up. Oh, Manu just shook the ring with it. Chadwick doesn't feel a thing, gives him one right back. Oh my goodness, this ring might not stand up for the rest of the show.
I was going to say, you can physically see the ring shaking as these two men go hammer and tong at each other in the corners. They're two big, fast, agile men.
Managed to dodge that one. Ducks the clothesline, hits the rope. Manu ducks it too. Oh, both men with the same idea and they both go down.
Head-to-head combat there. Both men taken out to the outside, but not willing to back down. Battling on the outside again. Goes for a double clothesline, hitting each other back and forth. McGavin and Green, a different combination of styles here. Huge dives.
Suicide dives to the outside in stereo. My goodness.
Robbie Hart got some dangerous moves in mind as he climbs to the top rope. That puts a huge dive from Robbie Hart.
Just wipes out all three competitors in the wake. That leaves an opportunity now because the pin can only take place in the ring, Wally.
But you can see the cleverness of Elijah Henry, an intelligent professional wrestler. Bided his time on the outside, let all the other men take each each other out. And he's in now to stake his claim.
He's going to do a big dive. Yes, he is! All over the top rope tope. Just wiping out the rest of them. Elijah Henry's rubbing a lot of people backstage the wrong way. He doesn't want to wait his turn. He wants to seize his opportunity and take his spot. And I tell you what, with moves like that, it's probably going to happen sooner rather than later, I'd imagine.
I felt like he had Chadwick Jackson right in where he needed him, right in the middle of the ring, but he chose to dive on the other man on the outside.
He wants to make a name for himself. He wants to take the room. He wants to hold the spotlight. Big power slam off the ropes from Chadwick Jackson. Might have hurt himself in the process though. Meanwhile, Robbie Hart. Oh, double stomp right at the center of the spine of Chadwick Jackson. It's gonna hurt. Oh, Michinoku driver.
Well, that's it. Counter referee. Robbie Hart getting the at the very, very last moment. Gavin McGavin diving in, making the save.
Smart move right there. It is one fall to a finish.
We know this is not a #1 contendership match for the EPW Coastal Championship, but surely these men all in the hunt for that championship. Whoever walks out of ReAwakening with that belt here tonight.
That's right, ankle locked by McGavin right in the center of the ring. Manu now doesn't want a submission to take place. He wants to win for himself. Here we go, crossface right in the center of the ring. Great wing positioning there.
Has it locked in tight, but no Manu able to get up to a base. Lifting Gavin McGavin up. Death Valley driver follows through. 1, 2. Elijah Henry stopping the count.
Surely that would have been it if he did not interrupt that count. Manu is an absolute beast, and oh my goodness, a lariat takes down Manu. And Noah Green now tries to go for a dive, but doesn't quite get there.
Oh my goodness!
Flipping pile driver from Noah Green to Elijah Henry. Is it going to be enough? No, Robbie Hart says.
Elijah Henry had no idea where he was. You can see the glazed look in his eyes. He stared up at the ceiling. Robbie Hart has Green up. Green fights back. Neck breaker from Noah Green. Robbie Hart cleverly rolls out, but needs to keep his eye on the action. He doesn't need to be pinned to lose the match.
Noah Green is firing himself up. He is the current ESPW Pride champion. He wants to keep rising his name in the ranks. And here he comes off the ropes.
Nobody
meets the mat. Oh, Manu with a dive to the outside, defying gravity, a man of his stature.
Green and Elijah Henry left in the ring. Elijah Henry ducks, slams him down, rolls through. What can we see here?
Oh, just damn near decapitates Green. That's it.
Here's your winner by pinfall, representing Death by Work Rate, Elijah Henry.
Huge win for Elijah Henry. 6 of the absolute best in explosive pro wrestling, and Elijah Henry is king of the Scramble Castle here.
Yes, Slater has been quick to take Dustin to task many a times when he has not come back with a favourable win. It was interesting, a video that David Storm did online. Make sure you follow EPW Northlands on the social media, and make sure you check out our past events on Vimeo too. David Storm said, I've heard it all before. Well, I'm past it. My time is no longer now. He said, but whilst Connors could have stepped up and had his time, instead he decided to bow down and lick the boots of TMDK.
Not wrong. Man speaks the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, it was Connors that cost David Storm the win in the tag team titles match at Collision Course, where it was Slater and Mikey Nichols up against David Storm and Kingston, and that's where this all started.
Yeah, really where all of it started. David Storm, he prides himself on being the, benchmark in Australian wrestling, and did not take too kindly to Dustin Connors' interference in that tables match with him and Gradmaker Kingston, who's going to be in our main event tonight at ReAwakening.
It's an interesting place which both of these wrestlers are in right here in Go Time, the explosive pro wrestling. You've got both people's at similar points of their career, but opposite ends of the spectrum. You've got Dustin Connors, whose career was just stepping up and about to hit a massive peak, which honestly, the heights he could reach are limitless. Whereas David Storm's career looks like, or at least people speculate, could be winding down.
I mean, how many times have you heard this?
I think he's retired before, but
how many times?
But the thing is, we're seeing Tyler Jacobs' final match here tonight at ReAwakening 23. People are wondering how much longer does David Storm have left in him.
Well, if Dustin Connors wins tonight, we might see 2 retirements here tonight. David Storm might have to walk away with his tail between his legs as he slaps the taste out of Dustin Connors' mouth.
And Connors would be the kind of person that would love to have that to his resume, to be the one to put out David Storm once and for all. And he'd like to be able to go back to the locker rooms and say to Team DK, look what I did, and make them proud. Because he clearly wants their approval.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the look on Damian Slater's face as he walks backstage will be completely different, whether it's a win or a lose here, as David Storm trying to get the EBW crowd into it here. Dustin Connors cleverly rolls back in the ring, avoids the dive by Stormy, but takes a big clothesline out. Dustin Connors pounded to the outside.
That's the thing as well, some big matches tonight from Team DK. You've got the pen featuring Damian Slater. Oh! Storm just kicks a goal, nearly kicks the face of Dustin Connors into the 5th or 6th row of the stands here at Milton Stadium. Of course, Damian Slater will be part of the pen matchup with Solomon Blackwell. Marcus Pitt in that massive 4-way main event where he defends his EPW championship.
Speaking of Solomon Blackwell, both these men have a loss to Solomon Blackwell this year inside the pen.
Very interesting. Has the pen been in 2024?
A tough year for both men this year, really. A lot to prove in this match.
Hey, one more!
The crowd wants more. Oh. Storm happy to oblige. You're correct. This has been, if nothing else, a very unpredictable year in Explosive Pro Wrestling. Oh. And you need no further than what we saw when Jesse Lambert won the EPW Championship.
Do we have to talk about that?
We do. It was a part of the year that was.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay, we'll talk about it in the main event nonetheless.
Very limited.
Dustin Connors, though, looking very impressive here up against David Storm. Oh, but just gets flatlined right in the center of the ring. He's going to have to do a lot more if he wants to beat the best this company's seen, because David Storm, we've said and seen so many times, it takes unfathomable amounts to keep this man down.
Oh, nice from Dustin Connors there. Intelligent play, bringing the referee in front of him as David Storm charged him in the corner. And a nice butterfly suplex. David Storm catching his legs on the top rope, landing hard on the back of that injured neck. We know time and time again we have talked about the injury to David Storm's neck, how it kept him on the shelf for nearly a year. Dustin Connors is zeroing in, much like his master would do in Damian Slater.
That's right, he's got the best mentors that pro wrestling could possibly offer in TMDK as he hits David Storm and knocks him down with a back elbow strike. He's going to hook the leg now. Barely a 2 count. David Storm, no stranger to the big stage, the bright lights, and everything that accompanies ReAwakening.
David Storm trying to shake it off. But let's be real, this is a 45-year-old man going up against, what's Dustin Connors? Maybe in his early 20s at best?
21, 22 maybe?
Unbelievable.
He literally was not born when Explosive Pro Wrestling started in 2001.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I get it, like, David Storm is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, as far as longevity in professional wrestling in Australia. And Dustin, in his prime, would absolutely walk all over Dustin Connors, but maybe a little bit of lack of confidence setting in for David Storm. Dustin Connors really taking it to him, as you can see there, with that beautiful fall-away slam. Has to cover him now. 1, 2. David Storm able to kick out there.
One thing you notice a lot of the times when it comes to veterans who wrestle in a very long career, you notice their willingness to adapt to how their career progresses and changes, and how just the wear and tear of the pro wrestling world lays itself upon them. And it's that adaptation that allows them to last longer, and also the smarts. When you see people like, say, Elijah Henry in the last match, just throw his body into everything. As you get older, you get wiser, you get more ring-worn, so to speak. and David Storm's been quick to adapt, as has the likes of people like Tyler Jacobs, who we'll see here tonight one last time.
The problem with David Storm is he sometimes lets his emotion, he lets that intensity that he comes with get the better of him. When he was in his 20s, he could have intensity for days. But in your 40s, the intensity runs out and you're just starting to run on fumes. And maybe he's giving it all too early. It's got nothing left in the tank.
Well, many people thought it was the end of David Storm after he had his neck broken by Marcus Pitt, current PW champion, and getting strung like that over that steel guardrail by Dustin Connors is not going to help that previously destroyed neck of David Storm.
Just silly from Dustin Connors here though. Damian Slater will be spewing backstage as he sees Dustin Connors taking a breather on the apron. Not the time to do that. Has to stay on someone the likes of David Storm.
David Storm, of course. Last time we saw him here at Wilton Stadium as part of that massive State of Origin tag team matchup. If you won't soon forget what a massive show that was back in February. Connors now taking David Storm to the corner. They're trying to suplex him into the turnbuckles, but David Storm put the brakes on that. They're going to let it happen.
Dustin Connors fighting off. Still, David Storm reverses it. Nice suplex of his own. The crowd come to life. They can see David Storm, how desperately he needs this win, how much he wants this win. Firmly behind him here. Nice back elbow in the corner. Whips Dustin Connors off in the opposite corner reversal. David Storm over. Runs in. Nice back elbow from David Storm. This is his moment. Now or never for Stormy. Has to climb the ropes. This is it.
It is go time for David Storm making his way to the top rope. Dustin Connors, though, interrupts the Godfather as he himself is now climbing the ropes. We might have seen a double stomp from David Storm off the top or something. Connors had him scouted. He's back down on the mat now. Storm running himself up, but Connors fires back yet again.
Huge shot there from Dustin Connors. David Storm in the proverbial precarious position on the top rope. Dustin Connors has him exactly where he wants him, setting up for a huge superplex. Massive!
Just took the wind out of the audience with that very move and took it out of David Storm as well. Superplex. Storm's down. Looking very worse for wear here. Connors makes the cover, but no! Only a 2 count, says referee Kane Burke.
These two men giving it their absolute all. This is why you must get down here early for explosive pro wrestling events to catch the incredible action at go time.
They're starting to rally around David Storm as they love him so dearly. Connors with the full Nelson locked in. Is he going to go for a dragon suplex perhaps?
I've seen him hit that move many a time before. Very effective on his opponents, especially an opponent with an already weakened, injured neck like David Storm. Beautiful back elbow from David Storm there. Hauling Dustin Connors to get up. Connors underneath. There it is! That Snapdragon suplex by Dustin Connors. This is it. Stormy put out to pasture by Dustin Connors once. No! Unbelievable kicking out. At the very last moment there, Stormy still in it.
Starting to see some frustration in the face of Dustin Connors. You'd like to think he wouldn't underestimate someone the stature of David Storm. As right now, just takes a knee from the great man himself. He's lining up now. Could we see the eye of the Storm? He's ended countless matches with that move. Connors got him out of that predicament. Spears him.
Stormy still able to kick out after that huge spear from Dustin Connors. What does he have left in his arsenal that can take out someone the caliber, someone with the heart, the bleed blue of David Storm?
We've seen men twice the age and experience of Dustin Connors ask that very same question, Wally. But right now,
look at this.
Connors going to go for the eye of the Storm.
Oh, this is it. Textbook David Storm. Oh, the Storm there. Dustin Connors is out. 1, 2.
David Storm decides not to get the 3 count.
What did I say earlier though? This is where his emotions, his intensity can sometimes get the better of him, but maybe not. I stand corrected. Huge knee by David Storm. 1, 2, 3. Massive victory from David Storm.
Here's your winner by pinfall, David Storm.
David Storm gets the victory here on EPW's Go Time. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Give us a follow on all forms of social media at EPW Perth. Check out our From the Vault section on Vimeo for all past EPW events and ReAwakening 23, which is going to kick off very shortly. On behalf of Drake Wallace and Dean Olsen, this has been EPW's Go Time.